Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to be going over FEMA courses and tests for civil air patrol qualifications. So to demonstrate what I mean when I talk about this, we're going to look at a common Ranger 3rd class but used for Ground Team 3 squeeder here, and we see our different requirements. So a couple of these, if you go into the form online, which I demonstrate how to do in previous videos, you can see that these couple first tasks are called prerequisites. And so obviously promoting, doing your GES test, which we also went over. But something I don't talk about in the previous video is this IS 100 and IS 700. So what these are tests that you need to take through FEMA. Now what is FEMA? FEMA, if we search it real quick, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. And that's actually the agency we're going to take these tests through, since their material coincides with some of the different various missions you'll have to go on, possibly as a Civil Air Patrol cadet, since they do a lot of the tasking for these missions. So you can see the basis of FEMA is to, again, it talks about it here and you can do more research, but they are the government agency that deals with, as it states, federal emergencies. So if there's a massive hurricane, a terrorist attack, some major event that happened, they're going to be the people who are tasked with going over it. And in your Learn to Lead books, I believe the third one, it talks a little bit about FEMA. But all we're going to do to take these tests, we can just highlight this, specifically the course name here, which is IS 100. IS 100 and IS 700 are two different courses you need to complete. There's also 200 and 800 which you can do, and a couple of the exams, like 300 I believe, you have to actually go somewhere to take that test. But see, all we did was we searched IS 100, FEMA IS 100 in our search browser. And so the first thing that comes up we're going to click on. So now we can come here. We see the course overview, objective, all of these different things. And so we can, first we're going to look at this interactive web-based course. Alright, so this is going to pull up all the information we need. Oh my goodness, we're going to read through all of these slideshows and go through all of this. We can navigate a little bit easier through all of this. And again, there is a lot of content here. And if I'm honest, some of it is redundant. But it's important you go over everything to get a good idea of what FEMA is for. There's different ways you communicate with other agencies. A lot of different information in these courses, and obviously that's why they need you to take them. So once you've gone through all of this, you've learned, you've watched all the videos, you've taken their little quizzes, you can go out of this and you'll need to take the final exam here. Note that before you do this, you'll need to register for a FEMA SID. So you'll have to register here, go here, and you'll do whatever you need to do to sign up for a FEMA SID. So then, once you've done that and you've studied the materials, you're going to go to take final exam online. You're going to enter in your FEMA SID, your last name, click I agree, and then you'll have the test online. I do not believe it's timed, but depending on the course, it can be difficult. So, for instance, the difficulty, at least in my experience, seemed to correlate with the numerical value. So for instance, the IS 700 course was more difficult than the IS 100. The IS 800 course was the most difficult out of all of them. But as you can see, for Ground Team 3 and Ranger 3, you only need IS 100 and 700. So once you've done that, and you've studied the materials, created your ID, taken the exam, you should receive in your email a piece of paper, obviously a virtual one, that states you completed the course. And I'll talk about in a future video what you do with that completion certificate. But all this video is demonstrating is showing you how to, first of all, what these weird numbers and letters are. And they're the FEMA courses, and they are a certain class, so to speak, online, and you take a test to get a certificate. So I hope that's cleared some things up for you. Again, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask them. We're going through some different online things. I know that some of these things can be foreign, especially if you just started Civil Air Patrol, but hopefully these videos are helping you out. If you need any clarification or suggestions, anything like that, you can leave a comment, and I hope you find these videos helpful.